next. You know what I'm saying? They say Cuba got the same drones Iran had. And y'all see that um Putin on his way to Beijing right after Donald Trump left. What the fuck? You see what I'm saying? Soon as you leave, somebody that's iffy with pop up, that's crazy. Soon as you leave, somebody iffy with the crew pop up. Hmm. Should Donald Trump be worried? Whatever he talked to J-Ping about, that maybe um what's going on, Daniel Berry? Maybe let me testify. Yeah, that maybe Putin will find out about it, or he'll tell Putin, or is Putin and the Chinese guy laughing at fucking Trump? That's what you need to ask yourself. Are they laughing at Trump right now? Smash that like, share me out. What y'all got going on today, man? What y'all got going on today? I'm gonna say this. It seems something just ain't right with this Trump shit. And y'all MAGA folk, let me find out y'all don't flip to the Democratic Socialists. Because MAGA is not Republican or Democrat. I tell y'all leaning more to Democrat to communists. Y'all leaning more to communists right now. That's crazy. Smash that like. Two of y'all in here, man. Daniel Bird, what you got going on, man? And it's crazy how Keyshawn Davis went the whole 12 rounds the other night and then started turning up on the dude in the last. I mean, smash that like. Five of y'all in here, man. The Iran and China beat Trump because they're not beating America. Because as far as I know, normal Americans are not at war or not even trying to run up in shit. We ain't backing that. So I would say that's a Trump thing. It's between him and him. Like if two friends fighting or two people you know that's fighting, shit, even if it's one of your friends, if they, you know what I mean, engaging in the battle, let them do him. You know what I mean? Get his one twos. They didn't let Joe Biden get his one twos. They sent Kamala Harris in there to do his thing. You know what I mean? The Iran and China beat Trump. And can Cuba beat Trump if they use those same drones that Iran was using? And I knew it was gonna come up because they said maybe they getting Russian drones and they getting Iranian drones. So all those little countries, they've been watching the United States and in the gameplay how we do things. Now, like looking at a football tape of how the other team play. What it is Cuba knows the United States might come in with the drones. We might do something different with them because we're so close. And I noticed that it's a lot of Cuban people in America that's pushing for the Cuban Revolution. But you know, it's always been like that. Yo, what's going on with you? S. Matthew Winterton, what's going on with you? I ain't heard from you in a minute. How you, Matthew? You say Iran and China beat Trump. Can you name three reasons why you say it? I'm not trying to debate, just you know what I mean? Ask skill. I'm just trying to figure out where you at with it. You know what I mean? Smash that like 25 of y'all in here. Let's get this up. Let's get the likes up to 25. First and foremost, double tap the stream if you haven't already. Tap, tap, tap. It's free. It's not the lecture chair. Make sure you partake in the poll. What's up, player? Terry Will, what's up with you? Oh, coolin'. What's up with you? Terry Will, what year was you in the Navy, man? What boat you was on? Smash that light. And do you think Iran and China can beat Trump? Or do you think they beat Trump? And you think that Cuba win if they got fucking Iranian drones? You think they can win with some Iranian drones? Iran got them negotiating. I'm telling you, you don't negotiate with terrorists or losers. That's just it is what it is. Ain't no talk. If I beat your ass, we ain't talking. So that should tell you a whole lot about what's going on in Iran. There's no definite submission. These people still fighting. You know, the media. You know what I mean? 26 of y'all in here. Double tap the stream, man. Let's get them likes up. That's crazy. But yeah, for some reason, a lot of Cubans in the United States are bucking and pushing for the United States to run up in their country. A lot of them probably ain't never even been to Cuba. They just um, Cubans because their parents were Cubans. I mean, or they left Cuba so long ago they don't understand what Cuba is about right now. It's like the Iranians that are supporting abroad. They're not in Iran supporting United States attacking Iran. They don't know the concept of what Iran is now. They have been most of them is rich, especially the ones associated with the Shah of Iran. Um, his son and their family, they don't know what it is to be Iranian right now. They was to take over and send them back. They'll be out of place. They'll be doing Iran via Zoom. He'll be running Iran from his bedroom in Beverly Hills from Zoom or some shit. It just is what it is. But now y'all see, China is having Putin as a guest now, so they gonna tell Donald Trump secrets. Yo, you know this motherfucker said this and this what he's that's the shit. See what I'm saying? That's politics. Politics, man, is a dirty game. It's the most dirtiest game because for real, people are the collateral damage. You say they beat Trump, Terry Will. Can you name three reasons why you say they beat him? And it's not to debate you, fam. It's just to get your opinion as an American and see how y'all seeing it. You know, this channel ain't for Donald Trump. It ain't against him. It ain't for people that's against Donald Trump. And it ain't for people that's for Donald Trump. It's for Americans that want to express their opinions. And if Donald Trump names so happen to come up in the conversation when we discuss it, America, well, he's the president, ain't he? But this is not a smash Donald Trump channel. This is not a support Donald Trump channel. You feel me? That shooting yesterday was a couple of blocks from my house. I know you told me Fatal Cool. Hey, was the young boys from the neighborhood that did it? Were they from that neighborhood? And did they leave a manifesto? You know, they always leave a manifesto of why they did it. They always leave a manifesto why they did it. There's 42 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up. That's crazy. And y'all start leaving some comments underneath these joints on topics, ideas, whatever, man. My mind is open to it. The MMA what's up? Welcome back in, man. You was in here the other day. What's up? What did you say they have? Name three reasons why you think they have. One guy went to Madison High School real close to the mosque. Okay, okay. Because one of them looked like he maybe had some maybe Saudi Arabian or Arabic in his, you know what I mean? Because Arabs are just black Arabs. Black, you know what I mean? Arabs are black. I mean, maybe he had some Arabic in him. Too misguided. Were they in any kind of groups, white supremacist groups, Patriot Front, Ku Klux Klan, Proud Boys? Were there any kind of groups that they have they released yet? Because to be misguided, there has to be somebody guiding them. But yeah, they say Cuba got all them goddamn drones like fucking Iran. You said not there. Not. No, they're not. Okay. Can you explain, Jackson? And that's why they want y'all to be 18 to 43 to join the fucking military. Because from 18, and they lean it on the weed. Because from 1843, that's y'all that master them drones, them joysticks, them games. They need y'all as opposed to somebody that can fight and shoot and all that shit. They need the motherfuckers to be playing Call of Duty for at least a decade. No matter how old you is, as long as you're 18, that's why they raise it up to 43, because you're not gonna be nothing that's gonna be boots on the ground. It's all gonna be probably done from via, I mean, monitor. Okay, that's in your opinion. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. There's 31 of y'all in here. Did you double tap the screen, even though you disagree? Edie, smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. No objectives were reached. Trump fell in a trap. Iran was preparing for this. Now they're coming out of this as a world power. By the way, while y'all paying loads of gas only costs 3 cents a gallon in Iran. Iran is a big ass goddamn gas station. And you're right. They are coming out as somebody that can fuck with the United States. That's what I said this shit weeks ago. Like, they're gonna fuck around. They don't have to beat the United States physically. It's the mental and the moral. I mean, it's the mental shit, like the psychological of other countries that seeing us. They're like, what? They said they held them off with some drones. What was that drone they had? Now everybody's flying that drone. It's sort of like when a dope fiend ODs, everybody wants to shoot that dope. You know what I mean? What was that he was on? Was it Green Tops? Um, Jews are. It's some Jews are black. They're black Jewish people. That's just Jews. They're black. They're called Jacobians or Falasha, um, Limba. I mean, you got to do your history on all this stuff, man. The Jacobians and Moriscos out of Spain and Huguenots, and it is a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot. I could tell you're thinking because you hear the word Jew, they're just predominantly white, because that's what the visual they always give you. The Western and Eastern European Jews. Nobody, and some Western majority of the Western and Eastern European Jews are black. That's what's so crazy. It's just like everybody refuses to believe that Karl Marx was a black man in Europe who has seemingly altered all y'all thinking, whether you say you're a Democrat, Republican, all of y'all have communist socialist thinking just to be, I mean, Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz sucks. Yeah, Karl Marx, thank you. Fixing on going to the Padres game tonight. Okay, playing the Dodgers. We have a sweet ticket. Okay, soup, free food, and drinks at night. What kind of drinks though? Is it well drinks or can you order any drinks? Yeah, but it's Jewish people all over the planet. I mean, they seem to follow the markets because they're good with the money and they're the money lenders, and they live the way they do their meats and stuff kosher. You know what I mean? A lot of communities love their services and have to pay for it, and then that's why they don't like Jews, because they get mad for having to pay for the services of a good, clean barber, a butcher. You know what I mean? A baker, a money lender. When you can't pay your bills, a money lender. You take the family silver over there and get some bread. I don't think it's a matter of flipping Trump, considering how Trump has spoken highly of China and how they do things in the past. Okay, I'll go for that, DB, in your opinion. But come on now. As you speaking highly of them, is China and Trump, you think China and Trump might be in a pact or something where they are gonna take over the world together? That would be irony, but it still could be possible. I mean, everybody, you know what I mean, thinks that they should be enemies when out actually they might be the best of friends. And I say the Trump administration. And when I say Trump, okay, liberal wish list. What's a liberal wish list, Davey? Can you be more specific with that? There's 27 people in here. Why are there not 27 lights? Double tap the stream. It's not the electric chair. Unc says, by the way, Iran got mad love for black folks. Everywhere Iran, they got Nipsey. Nipsey Hussle and Malcolm X don't support black people, man. I mean, they don't represent all black people. That was still racist right there. I'm gonna tell you something. You should have go even further into it, MMA. Iran is so supportive of black folks because 30% of their population is black. You know, the school, the all girl school, that they bombed, that's in the black in the South. 90% of their people are black in the South. Just like in India, 90% of the people in the South are black, dark skinned. So, you know what I mean, that's nothing new. We Malcolm X, he sold black people out. You know what I mean? And Malcolm X was a different kind of Muslim than they were anyway. Malcolm X was a Sunni, okay? And Nipsey Hussle is an Ethiopian. So, you know what I mean, that's their culture. You know what I mean? The black people over there probably support Nipsey Hussle was not black American, he was Ethiopian. Eritrean, Somalian, all of them on the Horn of Africa are basically the same different tribes, but um the colonists separated them and put them against each other. Yeah, Iran ain't got no more love than for black people than United States does. You say they won, Randy, bro. 30% ain't black. I'm from Iran and I'm from the South. Well, you don't know what you talking about. Then you would have knew that 30% of them was black. What part of Iran you from the South? Huh? Break there where them kids got killed at. That was a black school. You got to start lying, man, just to prove your point. You are not from no damn Iran. That's crazy. You fire. I'm going back to my old shit now. I'm calling you on your bullshit. I don't even want to conversate with you with a lie. You ain't conversating on fact. Come on. You're fired, man. You're fired. Come back in with your other Gmail, man. That shit is crazy. You're Iranian now. Like, what the fuck? I'm on a no tolerance today. You're fired. The same shit Trump will tell you, man. Carry your ass. And y'all, Iran is a great deal black, man. Motherfucker, it's terrible. I ain't even got to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it today. You feel me? Smash that like with that bullshit. I'm Iranian. Ah, motherfuckers be saying some stupid shit. Smash that like a clown. What's going on, Nicole? No, not you. The motherfucker that said he was Iranian. Trump the fear that who, Rick? Czars have destroyed the world. Most people who support Iran are very ignorant because the Iranian leadership imposed themselves on Iranian people. That's why the elected president has less power than the Ayatollah. Well, Edie, well, with Iran, all the countries are not like America where they claim to not mix religion and politics. Some countries know full well that politics and religion go hand in hand. And also it's their culture to be, follower of the religious man instead of they're less trusted in the government because the government oftentimes is switched and toppled and controlled and puppeteered, but the religion stays there and they're grounded in like Ten Commandments type of shit. Don't steal, don't kill, don't fuck with nobody else's wife, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't seeing your channel in a minute. Hope all is well. He gone fishing. Yeah, they had me on the blackball list. You know how I do it though. Keep rising to the top. It's like, give it all you got. Give it all you got. I keep rising to the top though. I'm in grind mode. Thanks for coming through though. What's up with you? Why would an American support a terrorist regime? Why would America now that's what he preferred to support? It makes no sense. Why can't somebody support what they want to support if they're not weaponizing it? That's crazy. Why would I listen to you and let you weaponize your belief on me and not support them? Yeah, Iran was always a Muslim country. Iran has a long history of Zoroasters, shit, all kind. Christianity. Xerxes, the guy that was fighting against the 300. That was his. He Persian. He was in Persia. Kevin, what's going on with you? You said they beat Trump. Nicole said they didn't. Just because somebody says something about you, that don't mean it's true. Sometimes you gotta stop listening to other motherfuckers and get your own opinion on it. You understand? Because I could take all this stuff and somebody said there was this and that, and I could put black people, Chinese people, crippled people, blind people, illegal aliens, anybody that's ever had their civil rights violated could fit what you just said. Many countries have looked at them as, I mean, some bad shit for years. So you say you went through it with Facebook. I end up letting Facebook go. I'm all good over here. For sure, he gonna fish. That's why I only do just one of these social media sites because I know the power of AdSense. I can just as easy as well as start a website, and if I can get the traffic to flow there, just put AdSense on the website, and and I'll have more control of it than I have on the YouTube if they monetize. You know what I mean? True Islam was forced on Iranian people. No, it was not. Islam was in Iran before the Ayatollahs. They took control because they was upset of because the Shah had a fucking $1 billion party, and the fucking Muslim people was like, damn, we hungry, we starving, and you had a fucking $1 billion party. That's why they flipped. Y'all gotta do y'all history. They just ain't flip because you know what I mean? They was going with it. The Muslim people were going with it, but the Shah goes and have $1 million party while the people are hungry in their faces, and that's when they got his ass. So y'all, I know y'all don't know history. Y'all dealing off of y'all hatred for people that's Muslim because y'all Christian. That's some old holy war shit. But you was taught to believe that. You feel me? You was taught to believe it. That's the crazy shit about it. And you would be like, it's right, it's true. It's just like how white people feel about black people and other people of color. You'll even eat with us, chill with us, you'll marry one of us. But in your mind, you still feel superior because of who you are, and that shit is lame. And I mean, it's lame, lame, lame. True Iranians, like, yo, now everybody's an expert on Iran. Sharice Brewster, what it is? Did Iran and China beat Trump? There's 45 of y'all in here, man. Double tap that stream, pal. That shit be crazy, man. And y'all don't, you know what? Just like with Kamala Harris, y'all don't want her to win because she's a woman. All this other shit, she's sleeping around. She's not. Fuck that. You really just do your whole opinion on the entire race of people. That's kind of wild. And yo, a hit dog gonna holler, so that's kind of wild. You do realize that, right? What doesn't pertain to you, you won't even a hit dog gonna holler, fam. And guess what you said too? The key thing you said, that's my opinion. You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? Iran beat Trump. How did that happen? You're gonna have to do the math on that, go. All I do is bring it to you. I don't give you no answer. I don't give you no answer. I just bring it to you, homie. Smash that like 58 of y'all in here. What's going on with you, Ian? What's going on with you? Smash that like, man. 52 people in here. Double tap the stream. It's free. In your opinion, OTR GOAT, did Iran win? Did Trump win? Is China taking the head spot as the new world power? I mean, your opinion is your opinion. If I could change your opinion, you didn't believe in that shit in the first place. And it is what it is. If you want to piss off a liberal, have a job, know how many genders there are, and love America. You know what? Don't know. That's why, like, doctrine like that you spitting, that's why I don't adhere to it. Because that shit sounds so fucking local yokel, man. I understand opinions. It's weird that you just threw a whole race under the bus through like isn't like what you're saying white people did. Only people that will feel some kind of way about that is white people that feel some kind of way about that, to be honest, family. And um, okay, what kind of cows? What kind of cows you been out there running? That's what it is. And everybody ain't talking about you when they say white people doing shit wrong, Ian. What the fuck? And let me ask you something, Ian. Did you have a background in white supremacy and then you seen the light or something? Because I noticed when somebody says that white people are doing something, it offends you like, no, homeboy, if it ain't you, I mean, if the cap don't fit, don't worry, don't force it on your head. I mean, cap don't care who wear it, they wear it. You feel me? If it fit. Okay, 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 okay. Ahmad Fahad. Can you tell me why you say yeah? Local yokel. I happen to be 20-year veteran, and that gives you the right to say what you want, but it also gives me the same. A 20-year veteran of what? A 20-year veteran of what? That I mean, it still sounds like some local yokel shit. You know how many local yokels a 20-year veteran do? Yeah, that don't give you the the pass to say that cornball shit, them dumbass jokes. Don't know that don't nah. Just because you was a veteran, you might have PTSD. That's why you saying that kind of shit. Okay, there was no disrespect though to you then as a white person. In only white people that it should disrespect is somebody that is engaging in that, weaponizing who they are as a white person. So you know what I mean? If you could, if you wanna, what was that? Get a black. See what I'm saying? That was from a veteran. Man, take your meds, man, and stay grounded in whatever God that or gods that you believe in. Um, don't know. That was crazy. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, Ian. Give a rope and he gonna try to be a cowboy. Smash that light. I'm not sure how Iran beat Trump, but if losing infrastructure and military assets is winning, then Iran is. But yeah, yeah, you got to win. You got to lose sometimes to win. Do you know that? Sometimes you got to lose a few to win, family. Okay, some Jer. Okay, them Angus and a couple of Germans. Okay, 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 okay. And them jerseys. So what are the jersey cows? Are the jersey cows for milk? Okay. Do you ever use some keep some cows for yourself? The United States Navy. Okay, that's what it is. What ship was you on? What ship was you on? Ed. What's going on, Ed? You said no. Well, Cole says yes. Smash that like. It's 47 of y'all in here, man. Double tap that screen. I don't know. I guess because I'm black. I'm far from racist. I'm just opinionated. You know what I mean? What makes you think I'm racist? Because I'm not kissing some white ass or something. I'm just opinionated. I love my people. I know I'm super black. That's what it is. Because my name Black Money that you feel like I'm racist. I'm not racist. I mean, I deal in integrity. I mean, if you got integrity, hey, you deal with me integrity. I don't give a fuck what color you is. Because a black man across you as quick as a white man that stole me the fat booty and the money. And it's, you know what I mean? Bitches and money, I mean, anybody cross anybody. You feel me? Bitches, money, and lies, family. I mean, this would be if needed. If they're too good of Calvin right now, I'm making good money on cattle. So that is a good ass hustle. I am mad with your ass. I try and donate a portion of my gardens and cattle to local food pantry outreach programs. Wow, and now that's what I'm talking about. A bad goat. Brian says Trump 2028. Lee Young, who still believes Trump these days besides suckers, they don't have to be a sucker. Some people are so fed up with the Democratic style of government that they'll believe Trump. I mean, shit. I would have voted for Trump if I could have made it to the polls that day. He would have got my vote because the vote is just a vote. You know what I mean? The real power is in the lobbyists. We ain't lobby for shit, so we was just playing with it. I mean, like they say, the vote don't count as electorals and all that. So they were just trying to do it's no less like a census. You know what I mean? Who feeling what? Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. I drive past the birders every day. They looking good now, crossing into Mexico. Been easy. Okay, you say the borders, not the birders, scope. You say yeah, and it's hilarious, Coco Bird. So you think that Iran and China beat Trump? Like, I live in a small town, man, but there's still so many folks hooked on that jank and trying to come back from it. They ain't got enough to eat. Ian, so I don't got to stroll back. What you say they hooked on? Scrappy, you sound stupid as you sound scraggly. Yeah, it's always a you know what I mean. You better look at I got kids around. I'm about to tell you about yourself. What are you talking about? Stop hating. First of all, you stop hating. Hate. That's all y'all do. Hate. Straggle cat. Look at this shit. And you weird as a mug. You got all this weird shit up here talking about some make some real content. Let me see something. And old as fuck. It's always some old white you PS5 server must be down. It's always see what I'm saying? Ian, I don't be messing with nobody, man. But today I got time. What's up, Kabizi? Why hasn't Congress impeached him yet? Because Congress down with it too, Liam. What's going on with you? Black Thunder says yes. QTRGO says you can give a drug to a drug addict that will get him to step on the hard drugs. And but that's what they do with drug addicts. Drug addicts, they give them methadone and what's this shit now, Shabashkin, to get them off of another drug. But it's just like giving them another baby because that shit is just like having a baby. Morning, noon, evening, night. They gotta have they. You know what I mean? You can. And I'm saying, man, because you know I don't be messing with nobody. Cynthia Hawkins, what's good? You said yes. Iran and China beat Trump. And y'all know we got the cash out posted too. Support the movement. For every good, bad deed you're doing up here, do it through good deeds, man. It's crazy. I wasn't trying to come sideways at you before. I just nah. I mean, I'm all good. Broad statement, brush statements. It's like that, but you know what I mean. You feel free to express yourself. See, yes, man. You know what I mean? I never like the yes man. I only like people that speak their mind. If something is that they not feeling, shit, how am I gonna know you're not feeling it if you don't speak up for yourself? I'm okay with all the Iran bullshit. My stocks and cryptos are 500% in the last 3 months. That's fucking good. Jason Bowen, what you got? Stock in and crypto is so volatile. You like to wake up tomorrow morning and be broke. You like to owe some money on that crypto shit. Them unrealized gains is unrealized gains. Sometimes you got to be careful with that. What crypto? Ethereum. Some commercial shit. Watch Ethereum. Yo, oh yeah, you say you just got finished voting yourself. Okay. Oscar says, you stupid president does go MAGA trader and cowards take responsibility. Biden is gone. I can't even understand what you're saying, Oscar. You got Tourette syndrome. What's up, man? Nah, dog. You're stupid. President this grow mega trader and cowards take. You must be on some. Okay, you got XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. How much money did you initially invest in it to be doing so good? Because them shits is volatile. Oh yeah, you about to work at the sheriff department, Ian? You about to get into law enforcement, Ian? Smash that like 51 of y'all in here, man. Double tap the screen, share me out. Did Iran and China beat Trump? Did they? You said yes, white brick. Give me 3 reasons why you say yes. And yo, Ian, we got is cooking up. You know what I mean? Who divided America? The convo and the call in. You know what I mean? Well, you'll be able to politic with me. And then if you want to call in, I mean, we gonna throw the line up, throw the number up. Okay. 27, 7 years ago, okay, the bag is now 800K. Okay, Jason Bourne, salute for that. That bag is the bag now. Double up, double up. Salute, shout out. Wish you nothing but success with that. So where you taking it? Once you acquire this money, what's your next thing? Are you gonna hedge fund it or keep on going in the stocks and bonds and all that stuff, or what? Or is this for a business? I'm just hoping my vote helps the sheriff position. We're running out of good old boy system. Okay, what's it turned into? A bunch of cash patals down there or something? What's going on with it? Private Snowball says the Goy still rise up and retake this nation from those who wish to destroy it. The Goys. What's a Goy, Private Snowball? You on your white supremacist shit. Now the white supremacists say that Goy shit. Taco Tuesday 3 times, says White Brick. Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. You know words on the stream, it's hard for me. Invest in AI print and fusion tech and silver. Silver is having a bad time at what, 60 right now? That shit fluctuating. So hold off on the silver right now. Know what I mean? Only if you invest in the silver and like couple of $100,000, large scale, right? Because silver is fluctuating right now. Okay, okay, yeah, I heard the white supremacists say that before. That Goy and Private Snowball. If you want to answer this, what are your affiliations? Are you a white supremacist? Have you ever been involved in any white supremacy? I don't judge as long as you come in here with integrity. You know what I mean? And long as you don't weaponize it and try to get nothing off on nobody in here, I mean, it is what it is. Your opinion is your opinion on the topic, but just you know what I mean. The Goy. What's going on, G? Was was 27,000 times five. I don't know what is it. God damn, I say him try to do it too. 135K. Okay. I mean, our state senator is close friends with medical marijuana growers, and they want political against legalizing its use. Our sheriff supported him in it. Okay. You say you think they beat Trump Danners. That's what it is. This appears to be a lack of fortitude among the members of Congress and the Senate, and they seem to exhibit a notable absence of principled resolve. Black Thunder, you're right. The Senate and the Congress, they what the fuck are they doing? Okay, not near 800,000. Right. Okay, I didn't catch it, but maybe he had some investments on some other shit too. But I didn't catch it because I won't even think about it. Because when somebody tells me that, they should be out getting money in there as opposed to on the chat screen. Know what I mean? So it is what it is. I paid it on mine. You know what I'm saying? And when he said it, because like motherfuckers come in here and say anything just because they say it don't mean it's true. You feel me? That's how I move. I don't. You know what's one thing? Don't ever like they say. And what's this book? This book right here. Um, the 48 laws, man. I don't really go by them because they tell you to do some evil shit to people to get ahead. But the number one rule is never outshine the master. Okay, And me, and he's the master of whatever he mastering. So I didn't want to take it from him. He, with his Ethereum and stuff. I mean, I'm with it if he with it. You know what I mean? It wasn't weaponized against me. So, that's why I ain't say nothing. I ain't even y'all terrible. Go, I'm feeling you. Haven't we all been there with that high ass gas shit? No, I am not for white supremacy. I have simply realized that it is not 109 nations' fault. So whose fault is it, Private Snowball? Pray tell. And it's just your opinion. So feel free to express yourself. I will not weaponize against you. Maybe give a rebuttal or an opinion on something if you say something that I probably feel like is absurd or not. You know what I mean? But I can't say whether you're right or wrong because it's your opinion. So what do you think? Who parliamented? Smash that like, yeah. I mean, I guess he wanted to sound like he was doing something. I mean, it's all good. Go ahead and shine your big time. You feel me? Smash that light. I just say don't talk about it, be about it. You know what I'm saying? Give me a break. The Democrats are communists. Get real. So Donald Trump was a Democrat before. Yeah, they chill, fam. Thanks for asking. They chilling. They chilly chill. About to have some pizza. Yo, private snowball. You're starting to sound like a bot because somebody came in here and said that shit. You're gonna say it's not about the bars. Watch, it's not about bars. Private snowball, you ain't a motherfucking bot, is you? A bot came in here and said that same kind of joke last night. What the fuck? Wadinsky. You must be a bot, Private Snowball Gaming. Okay, that's what it is, and that's what I do. Make sure my people's good. Spring, been in full effect. Summer's coming. Plenty parks, plenty vacation time, swimming pool, having good time. You know what I'm saying? My little June's growing up, getting bigger. You know what I mean? And I make sure they experience life. Right now, at the pilot at 6.95 a gallon. God damn, it's nuts. What part of the country you in? 6.95. God damn, y'all must got a high cost of living. Always played the moron like a fiddle, says George. That's what it is. Raquel, what it is right now. What it is right now. Okay, California. God, California is high as fleazy, man. I thought they were stopping the gas tax. Y'all notice that Donald Trump always talk about what he might do. I might send out a check. I might do this. I might, but with everything, it's never here you go. Eat, let it stick to your ribs. It's always I probably will. He's like somebody's um Scrooge McDuck ass granddaddy, man. Scrooge McDuck ass Donald. No, I'm not a bot, but just around 586 BC, the first exposure of Jews happened, and also 1492 entered the Spanish Golden Age, which was around the same time that it's private. But also, even when they got mad with Jakob Fugger, the Pope, and all those European principalities, because they owed him money. He was fronting both sides of wars and shit. Jakob Fugger. That Hitler wasn't the first time they got the Jews. You're right. 1492. Coincidentally, that's the same time that this Columbus guy comes up with these maps to the New World and to all this gold and shit. You know what I mean? Right. For what? For that wing of that pop? For that wing of that damn apartment, White House apartment. He been spending some money on that fucking um Iran shit too. No, I don't give a damn about 106 Jewish bloodlines because I might find out some of my relatives involved because y'all keep failing to realize the Jews are heavily, you know what I mean, people of color, man. I ain't worried about the Jews. I'm trying to Google 106 ways to get paid. 6 million ways to get paid. Choose one. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. No, the fund that they. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that it's like a billion and some dollars. And what insurrection people? They giving the people from January 6th this $1 billion. What the fuck? That's crazy. Louis, what's goody? Chilling, fam. That's crazy. Did you just hear about this? They giving $1 billion to these January 6th, and how many people are in that? How many people are in that January 6th shit? Because if it's like under 100 people, imagine each one of them are going to be set. What the fuck? See, that's what I'm saying. Is that even right for America, y'all? Come on, Americans, white folk, y'all gonna let them motherfuckers get that money like that for about the buck on y'all? That's crazy. I got a question for you, BMC. What do you think Pac and Red Fox would say about our world today? I don't know, because they was entertainers, man. So I really don't really entertain with people like that thing. I don't know. They probably have been, because they want us some regular black men, so they probably the same shit they were saying back then, that the shit ain't right. And I mean, I was listening to some Dear Mama yesterday, and but with the entertainers things, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I would say, they would, because they always been outspoken and vocal. Red Fox, he a OG with standing up on his own, and you must know about me and Red Fox, because Red Fox, when he was on Sanford and Son, he was a black father raising a son in the ghetto, and he also was a entrepreneur. Okay, and what I mean, Red Fox did what he had to do to raise his son, and what I mean, and a lot of people just look at it like it was some dude selling junk and had to do Lamont and the ugly lady Esther. No, it was so much of the black culture being displayed in a good way. When only time we was on TV for stealing pocketbooks, or the person that's gonna snitch on with the dope at, it never was into that prominent roles, but out of that junk man role, and then he went bilingual when he had the next door Julio and them from next door. You know what I'm saying? He just showed you, and he turned me on to so many words like mofongo, sangria, all that type of shit. And this when I was a little younger, and I'm like, mofongo, let me find out what that is, because I always been a thinker, quest for fire, the knowledge. That's always been me, and I always been a Prometheus, like Inke Enlil, Eridu, whatever one on that brought the fire to and the mental to the humans. I always been that type of cat. I would learn something and take it out and spread it. Yo, check this shit out. Some people got it, some people like this motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't even get down with that Epstein shit. I mean, I'm with it that they get him and do this and that, but that's not my concern right now, because Epstein want the first and he ain't the last, man. But it is what it is. I don't trust Israel and do somewhat believe they are behind. Man, that shit's so fucking old. If they did do JFK in, it is what it is now. How's that gonna feed my kids? Yeah, Sanford and the Son dope as fuck, man. Who is Lorenzo Tech grandfather? Red Fox and Robin Harris men trying to raise their sons and keep them. Yeah, Robin Harris was in yeah, house party where he was walking down the street. He was looking for that light skinned motherfucker. Yo, but that's what it is. But remember, fathers used to do that. But they say fathers want in the home. Mothers and fathers used to do that. They used to get out there when your ass get off that porch and get out there into something. Look back, mama gonna be there if she was a good mama. I know my sister and my mama was there. I mean, my pops too. My pops was more in the window, knowing that a man gonna be a man in them streets. But when I used to come in from whatever was going on or whatever, you know what I mean. As I got older, I had little conversations with him, and and from just watching him, my pops wasn't addicted to no drugs. He was just, you know what I mean, a man, black man. He won't doing nothing out there that no other black man won't doing. That don't mean living sanctified. He He'll drink a 40 ounce, listen to some motherfucking Mahalia Jackson or the Williams brothers. Sweep around your own front door. You know what I mean? What's going on with you, Joe Balls? Red Fox's grandfather. That was Red. Who is that guy then? Who was Red Fox's grandfather? Playing Wade or what? What is that? Red Fox, his grandfather. Who is that? Who is that guy? Chilling Joe Balls. Oh, playing kid. That's what it was. Kid and play, man. Not playing kid. Kid and play. Oh yeah, it's 90 some degrees round here. Yeah, Red Fox's. Yeah, his stand up comedy was freaky deep. Class act. Yeah. But you know, House Party was off the chain. House Party started a lot of people's career off too. Although Martin was on, I don't know whether he was on What's Happening Now before House Party or after Groove Be Chill. I mean, I ran into the dark skinned one from Groove Be Chill down in South Carolina. He was in a wheelchair. Red Fox, yeah, he was that nigga. It's concerning because we still donate billions to them while the U.S. is in constant state of peril and those 9/11 attacks ended us deploying. We still donate billions to what? Yeah, Donald Trump's walking idiot and moron. That's why Iran said they want to deal with Obama because he's the leader. You know what, Tony? I tried to find that, Tony Anthony. What's going on with you, Tony Anthony? I said Lorenzo Tate from Boys in the Hood is Red. Lorenz Tate, that's on Red Fox grandson. That's what. Okay, I get it now. I ain't never heard that. Know anything about that, Nicole? Lorenz Tate is Red Fox grandson. Tony Anthony, you know Bobby. You sound lean, Red Fox. Huh? Yeah. Smash that like y'all. Shut me out, man. Nicole, how many of y'all? How many of them they say is in it though? That's to get the money. Smash that like y'all. Okay, Ian. You tripped me out. You said you was got there going. You got them cattle out there. That's some dope shit right there. Salute. Greatly appreciated for your support, my G. Not in real life. Red Fox tuck him under his wing like a granddad. Okay, 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 okay. Because I'm going to say, you know what I mean? I ain't never heard that one. I know Lamont that played Lamont on Fred Sanford. Um he turned into a Christian because he had beef with like the mafia that had him snitching on some cocaine dealers and shit. That's crazy. Hmm. Not all blue states pay more than red states, or red states pay more than blue states. Yeah, I ate some cheesy pizza. Right, what's her name? What's Elon Musk's baby mama name? Please don't let it be the lady with the baby with the numbers behind the name. Yup, Ashley. Elon Musk and Nick Cannon, they got some kind of what's going on, devious? St. Clair, Ashley St. Clair, Joe Balls. Blue and red cities are going under. That's like people that's coming in here saying MAGA and Daddy Trump that they don't realize they're gonna pay $10 for gas too. Right, because they say Daddy Trump, they're gonna get a pass. They're gonna pay $10 of gas too. Believe that. How are the red and blue states on the same side? Because all of them are a member of the Union, the United States of America. That's how they on the same side. And um, the Confederate ones is under the control of the Union because like I said, it was a new world order after the Civil War. That's why they call it Reconstruction. What blue cities? New York City or Blue City, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Blue states pay for a lot of red states. Chris, you said you hate how racist the government is, right? And that's why they said people that was joining um white nationalist organizations are now just getting government jobs because pretty much that is the doctrine. The doctrine that white nationalists are using is the same doctrine that the government are doing. You look at this shit. Y'all say they give it the okay January 6th people a billion and some dollars for what? That's crazy. Right? You say as a follower of God. Okay. Yo, these motherfucking people it is crazy. This motherfucking guy. What's going on with you today? What's going on with you, fam? Hey, this motherfucking guy. That name makes me think you from. Are you from Jersey? I'm from Jersey shit. Some soprano shit. This motherfucking guy. Ah! Smash that like, homie. Richie, then that should be sky high because he always talking shit. Red states account for roughly 40% of federal tax contributions, but take in 40% of federal expenditures. Okay. Michigan. 42 countries have submitted to Trump. See, Bradley, you get too deep with it. Like, but I will say, a few weeks ago when that Temple of Moloch was popular, everybody was talking about it for one day. The next day, that shit like it was wiped clean from the internet. What the fuck happened? Did somebody call in or hit us? I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing talking about the Temple of Moloch? Change the algorithm. I'm telling you, remember everybody was talking about the Temple of Moloch? For sure, we in 2026. Okay. It's the devil's temple. Okay. I thought it was the temple of Moloch, Chris. That's not the devil, that's Moloch. We gotta stop mixing up our um deities. The devil is some guy with horns and a pitchfork and a spiked tail and shit. Oh yeah, you're having a large one topping in my night. Joe Balls. What kind of pizza? Where's it from? What's the pizza place? Watch it be some shit like Dallas. Damn. Kennedy says, God bless all MAGA. God bless the poor, depraved children being raised by the evil, Democratic left wing, liberal, trans people, and God bless Donald J. Trump. Well, I didn't see nowhere where you bless your family. You didn't even bless yourself. I didn't see nowhere, and I got no problems with that, Kennedy, but don't you find that you God bless Donald Trump for what? He got all the help he need. He needs commander in chief. We are MAGA. A word? Can you explain to me what MAGA is right now? I thought you was reading a book out of the Communist Manifesto. It's us and them. Oh God. Can you tell me what MAGA is? Long range capabilities could possibly destroy Florida. I'm telling you. So they might get the same drones that Chris, what you think? They're gonna get the same drones that Iran got? What's the weather like in Australia today? Making America great again. I'm could be and they think now that shit gonna fade out to being just another red hat that was in history and a hashtag and a bumper sticker because a lot of y'all gonna hold us back. Not just Donald Trump. A lot of y'all gonna hold us back to make America great again because it's gonna be you know, you can better put your petty differences aside. We always got a lot in common. Number one, what's up, player? What's up, Sassy Mo? Number one, what we got in common is when they make gas $10, when eggs are $30, we're all gonna have to pay it. Even the people that say Daddy Trump and King Trump and Trump is the greatest. This is the one I love to hear when someone comes and says Trump is the most smartest man in history. I see like four people say that like for real. You right, Joe Balls, we all bleed the same. He said, now you're gonna pull out that heater. You writing a whole rap joint in this fucking comments too, this motherfucking guy. To stay warm, of course. Joe Ball says King Solomon may have been the smartest man. And then I heard Nimrod may have been the smartest man. Or maybe even what's the guy that went up? Um what's the guy that went up? Um no, not Buzz Lightyear, nigga. This motherfucking guy. No, not Buzz Lightyear. Enoch, man. Enoch, you know, they say Enoch came back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that crazy how they attribute them to Bible stories and it's not in the Bible? That Enoch came back and he had math, he had different languages he spoke, he had ways to cook food and different kind of technologies and the book. Maybe he was just known as a king that was wise in his decision making, probably selling the disputes. But all I know Solomon for having many wives. Trump now says he don't want anyone going into his family's financial business or anything about their money. But he wants 1.7 billion from taxpayer. And he wants his 1.7 billion. They say to pay these January 6 people. That's crazy. People that get canceled from iPhones don't even get that much in a class action suit. So is this part of a class action suit that these people will have to put in a like a fill out some kind of application to see if it applies to them or something, and then they'll see how much money they're. You know what I mean, oh, interesting thing about Enoch is he's the only person to have a relationship with God, and God took him with him. Would you consider Moses talking to the burning bush a relationship with God that was supposed to have been God he was talking to, right? You know that the Old Testament is totally different from the New Testament. The Old Testament got so much shit going on in it, and all of them are cousins. It's like a somebody's genealogy and the gossip. It's family gossip, right? That ballrooms is a no go. I hear you, Kenny. And also, don't go to Getty, go to Exxon. I was talking to Burning Bush once, but I was young in the 90s. Money don't stop racism. You can have the same money, they still think you um unequal to them, and that's what happened. The after desegregation, when everybody started mixing together, that's what happened. Um, People of color was treated by white people like they was still in segregation and that they were still second class citizens. People refused to let the shit go, and it's still to this day, motherfucker, just come right up in front of you like, excuse me, okay. And Bill Cosby had his army together. Can you explain that? You know that the reason they getting on Bill Cosby because in the 70s he really made a push to educate black people as a whole of who they are and their capabilities, from him making a whole lot of videos and documentaries on the education of black children. Some of it was information on how they were being kept away from good educations, and some of it was straight up education. Like Bill Cosby had the Cosby Kids, Fat Albert in them. That was dope. You know what I mean? He had what the Brown Hornet. You know what I mean? The black superhero, the Brown Hornet. Um, Also he did a lot of black exploitation movies, but it was a moral to the story. You know what I mean? And he was further exposing people to, you know what I mean, Black America. Also, they mad with him because he pushed them Jello pudding pops that came out that time, and nobody else had did that. That made him. He was a they was It was a marketing genius. Bill Cosby had the pudding pops and want no other black people. Want a black kid on the commercial. He got white kids running behind these pudding pops coming out his ears. Their parents going bonkers. Like you know what I'm saying? He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. Nah, Bill Cosby never forgot he was black, because unlike Donald Trump, where y'all always say he did this and that for HBCUs, Bill Cosby gave billions away to like Temple University, all kind of real black colleges, because the proof is in the pudding. Because when he got in all that trouble, they gave the money back. But nah, he didn't never act white. Sometimes you have to play the room, and if you want to advance, you might have to be able to articulate in their language. You understand? That's what goes wrong when people say somebody's being white or acting black. No, sometimes he's talking business, and it can't all be chicken and collard greens and jive talk. Sometimes you got, you know what I mean, when in Rome, you got to talk like the Romans. You know what I'm saying, that's yeah. They say Bill Cosby was gonna buy NBC. Bill Cosby was never a weakling. He was a pawn in the game, and he was hated on because you could tell he was hated on. Look how far he managed to get. Look how successful he managed to get. When it happens, that's it. I mean, look how far he managed to get. You say Iran, you could tell look how far he managed to get. You say Iran's here. I don't know, Dash. Okay. So that's a lot of political get back. I say it probably was a lot of political get back with Bill Cosby because number one, even that his name can come up in a conversation that he can buy a network should tell you his net worth. And you know what I mean, his threat to these other people that would want to acquire something like NBC, because NBC is an algorithm. So if he would acquire NBC, and they knowing Bill Cosby and his thinking, they're thinking, nah, he's not gonna get that algorithm and be able to, you know what I'm saying? That was a power move on it. It's interesting if you ever thought of that on the movie Menace to Society. Have you ever thought that Kane and um Old Dog is the same person? Maybe one of them is the other's alter ego. Maybe Old Dog is Kane's alter ego, because he always was popping up. Old Dog, that is, and it always seemed like he was just a afterthought of Kane, because nobody never really talked to him. A few times they snuck it in, but other than that, the one like I- it's hard to explain. But when you go watch, if you ever go watch Minister to Society again, peep that shit. Like smash that like y'all. In America, a black man can't be bigger than the European American. They will always get rid of you, whatever mean right, because they feel like out of you, even if you come from an entertainment background or sports figure, they feel like your presence might be something that can be a leader. And for never do they want you to ever be lead, because if you can attract your own people, you can attract some of their people and maybe acquire some power, because money ain't shit. You see that they get anybody money, and then 5 or 6 years later you see them and you're like, what happened to the money? Look at all those thousands of fucking NBA stars, young boys that had millions and millions and millions of dollars, and each one of them now are talking how they got tricked out of their money, and their publicists are paid, their agents, the water boy even, but not the players. And that's, you know what, that shit is not true either. Sheep ain't easy to lead, especially when it ain't no grass. They ain't going no goddamn well. They gonna start eating your car seats. Sheep are not easy to lead. That is a misnomer. What, Thomas Sewell? What about Thomas Sewell? Money is a weapon in the right hands. NBA, NFL playing are the dumbest. Well, now they got all the mixed kids playing. Now it ain't that many dark skinned people in the NBA now. That shit crazy. They don't flip. They look like the rec center in the suburbs now. All the little kids that been balling all their lives with the rims in their front yard, all of them are playing. What the dudes from the hood, ain't nobody from the hood in the NBA right now. Everybody is from like a basketball player farm. Okay, you say sheep are pretty easy as opposed to an old goat. Sewell works on revisionist history to simp for hyper capitalism at the expense of the people. When they see too many black men rising to the same time, they knock you off. Michael Jordan, Jay Z are just, you know what I mean? Yep, you know it. But you know what? Similarly, those guys learned to play their position, and they managed to let Rihanna sneak in there. But y'all remember when they were saying one of those Kardashian girls was supposed to be a billionaire soon? What happened to Kylie? One of Kylie? Richard Matters, you say Iran and China beat Trump. Give me 3 reasons why. Really believe what, G? He got handed his hat. He got handed his hat. Make sure y'all taking the poll too. Trump approved. I voted for all this 29%. Okay. Approved 15%. Disapproved 48%. Okay, so 29% of y'all are MAGA. That's voted that approve of it. Okay. I'm getting the statistics a little bit more clearer now. Okay. Smash that like y'all. You say most people out for themselves. That's why it's easy pickings. Sue lied about Roman and pretended they had inflation to push his baseline premise on increased money destroying the economy when the records show that they are being used for capital gain. If you can make some money, they can stay. But once they are no use for them, they create scandal because they know your weakness and you right. Y'all see that? Oh they you notice a lot of entertainers went to jail for tax evasion. And you're like, why the accountant ain't going to jail? You the motherfucker that stole the money. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You say, why aren't they fucking people's going to jail? Folks ain't talking about how Israel and Saudi and the Kurds and Pakistan all united to fight along with. For what though? Why we need to be talking about that? That's the problem. We didn't vote for war, so we shouldn't be talking about no wars, Joe Balls. We shouldn't be talking about that shit. We should be talking about rebuilding the infrastructure and what new tax incentive that the American citizens are getting, not about some wars. You say Iran and China beat Trump. Wow, have y'all taken a poll? Fight the power. That be 310. What's good, fam? I seen you was getting that fish in the other day, man. Did you catch anything out there? That bridge over the Anacostia River is pretty dope, though, the way it go, too. And what are her options, Joe? People voted with hate towards others, and now it's backfiring. Just say you weren't prepared for the educated woman. They didn't want Kamala Harris. They wanted, you know what I mean? That's why I say when somebody say Daddy Trump and stuff like that, they voted for this. It doesn't make sense. You voted for to pay $10 for gas? No, Biden couldn't take his fade. He know that he would not win. I guess he didn't want to retire with a loss on his jacket, being that he would have lost to Donald Trump. That would have been crazy. So he You know what I'm saying? Kamala is the only woman in person who is experienced in branches of government, right, and different branches of government on the state and the federal. And she is the only one that she got just as much experience in the executive office. And if Joe Biden was dementia for the last 2 years of his presidency, why wasn't he taken out and Kamala Harris sworn in because she was his second, right? It's crazy. It said, yes, Robert. That's what it is. Now she can further implement that plan because she has distanced herself from the core group of Democrats that she was working with when she was with the Biden administration. Because remember, they went back and forth. Where she said, I can't remember how what she explained. She said, "Oh, Joe Biden was something." Oh, what was that? Budgets that was just shop talk. What was he diagnosed with? The warning signs of a far right winger: literacy, has a job, common sense, loves his family and country. That's the warning signs of an American dude. Dennis Moore says we forgot Trump was president before and there were no wars when the devil came with the pandemic. Kamala had an 83-page plan and that was all costed. Her financial plan would have created a half deficit that Trump's plan has. Man, Trump plan out of this world. But Clubber Lane and with all your little witty, corny banter, Clubber, see what you said? You are admitting that Trump is, I mean, it would have been the same thing. If Kamala would have been president herself as present herself a balance and not talking. Yeah, but you know what? She was talking off the fly. She only had 90 days to get herself together. Right, that was crazy, Sassimo, that Trump, I like, he did not know what was going on with the Project 2025. But you notice a lot of people ain't going around talking about it no more. Or even, man, at the beginning of the presidency, and even around the time that it was coming up to the election day, people was coming in dropping a link to the Project 2025. Where did those people go? That's crazy. It was so many of them. That was like a whole vibe. Right, right. Budgets. They did. And you did. Y'all said that about that Project 2025 shit. That's crazy. Where did those people go? They have completed 53% of the. That's crazy. Trump lied to your faces and continue to do so. The only truth he said, I don't care about you. He said that the other day blatantly. He said he did not care about Americans' financial situation. That's crazy. Maybe it was a foul, and once you say something, you got to stand on it. And that's just maybe that's what it is. Realistically, the red blue doesn't matter. The future is robots, rich people, and all of us will one day be gone and not needed. Best way to make it is to focus on the bad. Harvey says yes. But guess what? Rich people ain't gonna be here either because they ain't gonna. It ain't gonna be money. Robots don't. You're gonna be a point that it's only gonna be the powerful, and robots gonna service them. Then robots about to take them out. Shit, probably get The Heritage Foundation was part of his first term, so they couldn't implement because of COVID. Best believe they implementing it now. Yep, some of them Heritage Foundation people they left with Elon Musk, and then some of them went over to Mike Pence. I was reading. Yeah, the robot is gonna bite them. Right, focus on the bad. What bad? And when inflation keep deflating the dollar is worth every bit of 24 cents. Yeah, they able to work together. Voting is dumb. No, Clubber, not just texting what you had to say. You had to put these emojis. Right. If it was so dumb, they would not be trying to take the voting right away. Chris says most of them stay on, including the leading author of Project 2025, who was made the head of OMB. Devious Chris, what is OMB, bro? Up ahead is our nothing but pandemic, genocide, the measles, antivirus, and now Ebola. Ebola's back. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, Russell Voigt. Okay, I heard of him. Office of Management and Budget. So we under the Project 2025 Management and Budget. Wow. So that's the guy that's divvying up the guns and butter. And that's some shit. The Iran and China beat Trump. Leave a comment below too, man, on what y'all think on some of these topics. Did Iran and China beat Trump? If you got a different opinion or just want to express your opinion, make sure you leave a comment below this live stream. Profits over people. Okay, the federal civil service. You better bet a guy with 30 million cares about gas. Shit, because you know what they say. If you got $30 million, you better have what they say 90 million in equity. You better bet somebody with 30 million is worried about gas. Shit, their car run off the same petrol yours does. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. That's why they end up, you know what I mean, messing it over when they don't worry about it. That's why they don't end up having nothing when they don't worry about it. You think somebody with 30 million. Yeah, Putin and Kim Jong just went to China. I saw that. And they met with the president today. I saw that. I saw Putin going. They got Kim Jong Il too. Wow, what are they going to be talking about? You said the conflict hasn't even started. You'd be mad if your last name was Putin. Vladimir. His butt, he's slimy too. But ain't it ironic that President Trump just left China and they're having those guys in? But I'm telling you, at the beginning of the presidency, it was so many Trump bots. I wonder where they're at now. Trump bots, where are they now? That should be a Netflix joint. And that's for real. A lot of world leaders are old. China slapped Trump around and even called him out publicly on his Thucydides trap comment. What is that Thucydides trap comment? That's crazy. I bet you they did, G. I bet you they did. Chilling Cam, what's up with you, bro? Cam, have you seen any more of those watches to pop them APs out and put them in the face? You say they made a deal. Evidently, you're not aware of it either. And if you are, you better be careful if you know that kind of information, G. What's gonna happen? How did they slap him around? He didn't go over there with his head up. He went over there with his head down, possibly taking a loss to Iran or just got it on stall. Here he is going against the other superpower. I mean, like the other white meat, the other superpower. He's over there. He's not gonna like, we just took out Venezuela and now we got Iran. No, he went over there with maybe and also talking to somebody that's heavily invested in Iran. You can't really talk too much. I mean, if this is somebody that this guy's allied with, you have to tread on. I mean, so shit, mentally, if anything, laughing in his face. You just DoorDash some wings. I'm about to smoke and feast. What kind of weed you got, Cam? You about to old school and play the game. What kind of weed you got, Cam? Yeah, why is he going making a deal with the enemy? Why is he going and strengthen their economy and he ain't came over here and made a deal with none of us? Only deal he made was with him and his boys, the Trumps. What are you talking about? He made a deal. You don't. That's like they say they don't negotiate with terrorists, and I mean that you should negotiate with losers. But all of this is occurring right now. I know. I know. No guardrails whatsoever. Jeff, what's up? Welcome in. Southern Peacock, welcome in. You say you got half your wings count. I got half honey garlic sauce and the other half desert heat dry rub. Wow. Where you get them wings from? Wing stop somewhere. Smash that light. Shout out everybody coming through. Sassy Mo, she said no guardrails. But Kamala Harris tried to warn y'all about Trump. But is it? But what is he doing? What's he doing? What he doing? What's he doing? Is it bad? Would you consider the shit he doing bad? Right, she did call it. The Thucydides trap is the theory that an established superpower will actively work to hamper an expanding superpower from getting power. Z clearly dumped the blame. Right. And like I said, Trump is not coming off a win, so it's looking crazy. Like, don't come in here talking that shit to me, and you ain't handled them Iranian dudes yet. You understand what I'm saying? If you know anything about the street, that's what it's looked at as. Right. Trump is the absolute worst president, says Alton Wickens. What's up, Alton? Trump just talks. He's done. He has no power. I would say that too, David. They all playing him. I'm sorry about what I said about the left wing. It wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't be rich. You guys believe anything you hear. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Keep up the good work. Kenny, what are you talking about? Go get on your meds, man. It was like night and day looking at us in the hella. Okay. Said makes him look stupid. Uh-oh, Cam, you said let's go band for band, Kenny. Okay. I set the Zoom up so y'all can go band for band, but I'm gonna say this. Um, After we tally up the score, and then we're gonna add both of the bands up, and I'm gonna have to get a 10% cut in the band just for even, you know what I mean, a good gratuitory tax. You know what I'm saying? I can go band for band. People need to realize that politicians are just supervisors. Trump and his crew are management. There's an upper echelon they'll have the answers to that we will never see. That's true. Nvidia went with Trump to bag Trump to let him to sell chips to China. Since they are over 30% of the global market, China ditched Nvidia and just ran consecutive chipsets, costing Nvidia market share. Okay. Rage, you said, yeah, Sassy, that's the real fight. Kenny Lee says, Kenny Lee, what in the world are you smoking over there? Iran and China know that USA is going to pull this. They may. You said they know the U.S. was going to pull it. Okay. Trump been having his cabinet do too many jobs. I was J.D. Vance doing the White House press conference. Now I saw that budgets. I saw that today. J.D. Vance was doing the press conference. Yeah, I thought J.D. Vance supposed to be like lay low in the cut, waiting on whether he gonna have to be the president or not. He was giving the remarks on the Iran war, wasn't he? Sticky icky purple madness. Okay, her dad is on that secret op shit. Super oranges. Why is that image so sickening? It's Donald Trump, your president. You said that a lot of y'all come in speaking of the prophecies too. This shit is serious. Bro, we lost. We're behind China, says Clover Lane. Clover Lane, do you got a mohawk? 'Cause remember the real Clover Lane, he had a mohawk. We got to be careful now after this China visit. It said a lot. Donald Trump ain't really come back talking too much trash. You know what I mean? He came back talking like shit. Maybe he might be communist now. Is MAGA gonna turn to a communist political group? Oh shit. Nefertiti, Cam. What kind of pendant you got, Cam, on your chain? I knew you Italian. I know you got a chain, bro, with a bull on it or a horn. This a Nefertiti. No, you're brainless, says Bob Morris. Your brain is looking like Morris the cat. Yep, ain't none of us in it. Is Josh Carlin's son still doing comedy? China works with a 5, 10, 50 plan. China is on that Silk Road initiative. They trying to put a port in everywhere in the world that they can fit one in. They trying to back everything, all the buildings. They trying to put money on it. And when those people can't pay, you said yes. A lot of people have y'all taken the poll. The Belt and Road. I said the Silk Road. That's Marco Polo or somebody. The Belt Road, Silk Road, all that shit is money, 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 money. Oh, yen. Yawn. What's the Chinese got? Yawn or yen? The thing with the Iran conflict isn't what people think. It's more taking down England's financial power. Well, yeah, England was heavily invested in Iran because you know England and France split up what they call the Middle East, and yeah, they was heavily invested in Iran with BP, British Petroleum. They ain't nothing but Iranian oil. Well, the Iran conflict is another fight for democracy, and they're treating the religion like a political ideology, and they're fighting against Islam and Iran, which is like one of the last holdouts to solidify Islam and put them under control because you know they already got Iraq under control. When I seen the China look like a deal well stuck, Trump like, boo. Yeah, they sold us out. He did. He was over there chilling. Right. I'm pretty sure everybody in here will agree that that Iran situation is the Israelis' problem. But I mean, y'all, Daddy Trump. I mean, but you know that Great Britain and United States owed Iran a bunch of money since the Shah of Iran, because you know when everything jumped off, they shut the money down. But that money been in escrow and been in banks in Europe gaining interest, and probably some American banks gaining interest. and they owe them people money since the Shah Iran, all that stuff, because Iran were making money. It's like a big ass gas pump, and that's what that shit is about. And when Obama gave Iran that money, if you do the research, it was some of the money that was owed to them from even when they was doing business with the Shah of Iran. Remember, everything shut down. No, they're not. Ain't nobody coming to America to get their oil. That's true. Israel just want total control. Ain't nobody coming to America to get no oil. Nobody even want to do business with America because they feel like that'll stifle us out now. They got us where they want us. Man, they telling the gas stations to put other kind of detergents in the gas, man. I bet you a lot of people start having trouble with their engines fucking with these people, man. Approve. I voted for all of this. 20%, 26% approve and voted for it. 17% of y'all approve. Wow, you didn't even vote for it, but you approve of it. Wow. 50% disapprove, and it's the Dems and 7%. Trump damaged Venezuela and so many other and now he want Cuba. They say Cuba got the same drones as Iran. And it's crazy how as Americans we're discussing shit that Americans are doing and it's like it's a threat because we know it could go down, but there's no imminent threat. We like, wow, they about to use some drones off the coast of because we're not used to anything happening in our I mean, comfort zone of America. We ain't used to shit like that. That's we sitting here conversating about Cuba with the drones, and that shit is right off the coast of the United States. Huge chunks of Asia already have deals to buy Australian street crude. It's why Australia only has two refineries left. Wow, Australia about to cash in. I see. What's the fun fact? Cuba is nothing burger. Trump knows we can't beat Iran. Because of supply disruptions in the Persian Gulf, nearly half, 40% of U.S. crude exports were routed to Europe, while Asians' demand grow to capture about. Wow. China own the ports in a lot of countries, yeah, but if that shit was to hit the United States homeland, it would be different. That would bring everyone. I know it would, DB, because we're not used to rolling with our head on a swivel, but these other countries, they, you know what I mean, they live under those circumstances. We haven't been conditioned to do that yet. You said China is number one now. The U.S. energy companies about to get off big because of these plants, these data centers. Nah, because they was willing to share. You know what I mean, the limelight. Which Biden he didn't lust for the limelight. All he was, I mean, doing what politicians do. See, Donald Trump is a businessman. You know what I mean, and now he's a business politician. He's political now. But Biden, his only job was to do political shit. Donald Trump's job is to get his pockets fat and I mean cover it up with doing his job as a politician. I won't be shocked. This pushed total daily U.S. exports to a record high 12.9 million barrels per day, bringing the U.S. close to becoming a net crude exporter for the first time since 1943. Yes, yes. Everybody thinks Iran and China won. America aren't going to get that money. Stay at the top, right? Americans aren't going to get that money, y'all. James DaCosta. Well, Russia is selling oil like crazy or buying oil like crazy. All right, Stephen Hart, Godspeed. Smash that like, y'all. Okay, you said it's selling. I mean, it is what it is. You said it. Data centers, right? No, Ukraine has to pay to repair a Russian pipeline that's running through their country so that Russia can reestablish their connection to these other Slavic countries to service them with the oil. And that's crazy. The Ukraine has to pay for it. Did y'all see that? China just broke through a blockage to give Cuba financial and emergency supplies. A blockade. That's crazy. Because they were stifling Cuba. India just cut a deal with Putin before he left the CZ in China. I'm telling you, everybody going to China, like, remember all the people was going to visit coming to visit the United States when Trump first got in? It seemed like all the dignitaries was coming to kowtow, and that shit was crazy. They shut Zelensky up at the White House, and now everybody's going bowing down to Z seemingly. Seeing like everybody going to see the Chinese dude now, like the Godfather, whoever in charge, like, you know what I mean? They got to go holler at the big dog. That's crazy. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. China equals stability. Trump is seen as a erratic to not to be trusted to make a long term deal with. Wow. Vic, you said yeah, they won. Kevin Spencer says no. Tyler says fuck Trump is a dictator. If you support him, you're a Nazi. God damn. Sassy mode. It does not seem like Trump is in for a rude awakening. They coming in here talking that shit. It's only Sapien and Neanderthal. Those are the only two. This planet mutates white folks and everyone else Sapiens. Chinese are not stupid. Trump got a couple more weeks before that shit run out with his project Operation Full Fury. Then he'll have to get Congress's approval. Did they ever say why they raided Senator Louise Lucas' businesses? The only thing Trump is doing is cursing people out, yeah, and building things for himself. He's not even trying to do any real work to help anybody. Yeah, he ain't had a town hall meeting in a minute. When the last time Trump had a town hall meeting? When has the last time Trump had a town hall meeting? Nobody will have nothing to talk about. I'm about to wrap this up, y'all. Salute. Thanks for everybody coming through. All my super supporters, man. Until the next time.